Hi beautiful people, it's NBLX Collections here, and today we are doing small size knotless braids for our natural hair girly right here. So when she came in, her hair was really shampooed, and the only thing we did was to moisturize, comb the hair out and put it in sections. Alright, we did not blow dry. So for those of you who always wonder, like, do we always blow dry every client's hair? No, we don't. Okay, so we only do it when the client asks for it, or when the client is, or we propose it and the client is comfortable with it, so we do it. If not, then we braid their hair in its natural state. Alright, we have absolutely no problem with that. So for this client, it's small size braids. So we started off the first row for the area of, like, the back area from the ear going downwards. We're doing 3 rows. So this is the first row. After this we do 2 more rows, and then the next row is going to start right from the front of her head, going all the way around to the other end. All right, so she just stood up so we could check the length, and it was okay. She wanted butt length and it matched up, so we just use that as a guide for the rest of the head. Now this part is sped up, but if you keep watching, there's going to be a part up ahead that is slowed down so that you can properly see how we get the style done. So before we get there, I'm just going to talk about this real quick. We're a huge fan of protective styles and natural hair. Okay, doesn't mean we don't do relaxed hair. We do relaxed hair, alright, but I'm just saying, like, we're a huge fan of natural hair and protective styles. So if you're a braider, like braiding for your client or for yourself, there are 3 important things you should take care of, or should take note of, when you're doing hair. First thing first is the cleanliness of the hair. Now there's no point doing a protective style on dirty hair. It doesn't make sense. Like, clean out that hair, clean out that scalp before you get into the braiding. And number 2, before you even get into the braiding, after cleaning, make sure you moisturize. Alright, it's a protective style meant to protect your hair. Now there's no point trying to protect your hair when there's no moisture in it. So you moisturize the hair first, then you protect it from the sun and dryness and everything. So after that, when you're braiding, that's the third thing. Now when you're braiding, you need to make sure, or be cautious of how much tension you're putting on the client's scalp. Alright, putting too much tension can lead to the hair breaking off. It can potentially cause baldness or even alopecia, and, well, I think other things, yes, but just be careful how much, and minus even baldness or anything like that. The pain on the client's scalp would be a lot, and you don't want that. Alright, so you just want to make sure that you're putting, like, you have a good grip, but don't put too much tension on the scalp. Alright, that is not healthy at all. That does not help the hair grow. Okay, so yes, when you handle those 3 things, you come now into the braiding. Now when you're doing knotless braids, the important thing you need to be worried about is first the size of the braid, like the size of the part first, and then the size of the braid. Now the size of the parts is what I'm doing here, like the roots, yes, that's the size of the parts. And then now the size of the braid, like the braids going all the way down, like when you're braiding. So how much hair you feed in per braid depends on the client's hair, like the thickness or the fullness of the client's hair, and the size that you are trying to achieve. Alright, I'll explain that a bit more. Let's just jump right into this part here. So after sectioning off the hair, I apply some braid from some gel to the roots to pull all the strands together. Then I separate into 3 legs and I start braiding. Now what I've just done here is a full rotation. A full rotation is 3 passes. Yes, it involves 3 passes. So that's a full rotation. So when I mention a full rotation, do not be confused or anything. Alright, so that's the first piece of hair I've added between my thumb and my index. Then I've done the first pass, and right now I'm doing the second pass, and I fit in, no, sorry, I've done 3. Pardon me guys, I got confused. So when I fit in the hair, that's the first, that's the second, that's the third. Alright, so those 3 make 1 rotation. So after this is the third piece of hair I'm putting in right now. Then I do a full rotation, and then I add in another piece of hair, and from here I do one more rotation, then I start, tucking the hair. Now, so totally I've fed in 4 pieces of hair, but you would not necessarily need to put in that same quantity of hair. It will depend on the size of the braid that you want to achieve and the thickness of your client's hair. I already mentioned that earlier. So if you want a bigger size braid, you may need to you may still put up to 4 or 5 pieces, but the quantity of hair per piece would not necessarily be up to what I've put, as well as it could be more. So just be mindful of that. Practice more. Like, this whole thing is all about practice, okay? I can't just explain everything and you get it. So just practice and find what works for you. It took me a while to actually, understand like that is this quantity that would work for this size of braids. So do your own experiments. Buy a mannequin head, practice on it, get some clients or some customers, or just models to practice on and really get the hang of it. Then you can start charging your worth for your braids. All right, okay. So while I'm braiding down, I'm tucking the hair. Like, tucking is basically just hiding the client's natural hair under the braiding hair. Okay, that's what tucking is all about. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just grabbing the hair. I apply gel to it because it slicks the hair down and pulls all the strands together. So that way it's much easier to tuck the hair, like hide the hair. As you can see, it's looking really slim, so I just put that behind the braids and it's hidden. So I just keep doing the tucking until I'm done with the client's natural hair. Well, before I finish the client's natural hair, I add in some pieces of braiding hair, just because the size tends to get smaller. But if your size is okay, you don't need to add. Like I said, just go with what works for you. Right, so this is a better angle. This is still the same row, but the last braid on that row, I just figured I should do another close up on how I did achieve the knotless. So I just applied some gel at the roots. I combed it out and I noticed that the ends were a bit tangled, so I grabbed a bigger comb. I don't like using a small rat tail comb to comb out natural hair because natural hair tends to curl up really fast, and using a small rat tail comb to comb through may just cause more breakage. So I use a comb that is slightly bigger to comb through the hair. So this is the second pass I'm doing, and then the third pass I'm doing. So that's one full rotation, and then I feed in the first piece of hair between my thumb and index finger. Okay, can you see that? Between my thumb and index finger of my left hand. Then I do 1, 2, and 3, and then I add in the next piece of hair, and I just keep going down. I'm just showing you guys what I'm doing. I just keep going down until I'm comfortable with the grip I've had. Like, you do about 4 or 5 rotations going down, and then I start focusing on the tucking. All right, I start focusing on tucking the hair, hiding the natural hair underneath the braiding hair. I feel like right now I'm just rambling, so I'm going to quit talking right now and let you guys just watch the video and enjoy it. Please like, comment, subscribe, and do not mind the tone of my voice. I have a bit of a cold and my nostrils are clogged, but I had to record this. I had to do this record this voiceover so I could upload this video for you guys. So please do not flop my efforts. Like the video, watch till the end, leave a comment, subscribe, please subscribe, and share all the good stuff. And yes. get footage of the finish, but after that I trimmed it, dipped in hot water, moisturized the scalp, applied mousse, sheen, and this is the finished look. You can see the zigzag going all the way down, like we ate this style up. Alright, no cap, no kidding, like this is what we live for. We loved how this turned out, and so did she. Like, look at her smile, so cute. Thank you guys for watching. If you watched right till the end, thank you so much. Please like the video, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, leave a comment, let us know what you'd like to see next, like let us know what you like, and you know, just talk to us, and we'll see you in our next video. Bye.